For the wages of sin is death, but the free gift of God is eternal life in Christ Jesus our Lord. Romans 6, chapter 23. Hey fam bam, it's me, Juslonda. Have you subscribed? Have you joined the fam bam? Join the madness, join the fun. It's me, Juslonda, and Mac is back. Mac is back. Welcome back, Mac.
Because I'm back.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I know you like that. How long you been back, man?
I mean, we got the Hyper Real Serum, so we're testing this out. These are all MAC products on my face, except for the lashes and something else I did use. Oh, the liquid liner that I used. So that is not MAC, but other than that, everything is MAC. You're going to see what I use for foundation because I am not the type of foundation girl. You're going to be surprised what I use, and I'm telling you, MAC is in here like swimwear. And these MAC mineralized blushes, I love these. I got to find my other one. I think I misplaced it or threw. I'm so sick of myself. I misplace or throw things away, and I'm so pissed with myself. I don't know what to do with it. So, on that note, fam bam, let's just go ahead and roll that beautiful baby footage. Alright, so for the sake of the video, I've already cleaned up my brow with MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. The color that I'm using is NC45. This pinky, dreamy, like dual shade color that's on my eye is a MAC Paint Pot in the color Babes in Charms. Remember that IMAX haul that I did, and Mac kind of participated in it from online and in stores and things like that. This is that there. And I was like, oh my God, I just have to use it. So I have it on my eye now. So I'm going to go in with a bit of single shadows that I have. And then I also have this palette that I bought ages ago, but MAC still carries it. So, yeah, a full backdrop. I'm going to use a MAC Mineralized Bake Formula Powder. I really love these for either setting my face. I used to use it as a foundation back when I lived in Vegas because this was the only foundation that I really liked from MAC. And then when I worked for MAC, this was definitely like my staple. This is what I would push. So I'm going to use this as a backdrop. And I'm going to go ahead and use the MAC 224 brush. And I'm just going to put that as a backdrop, which I really don't need. But I like that for my insurance purposes. Just in case I need something to help blend out color. So that's why I typically go in with a backdrop on my crease. Sometimes I can brush it up underneath my brow bone to kind of calm stuff down and kind of bring everything kind of into cohesiveness is what I like to aim for, no matter what kind of look I am doing. We are doing full glam. We are doing full glam with MAC. We're gonna go ahead and put some respect on MAC's name. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, you about to find out.
Because they are trying to come back. So yeah. Let's go in with a little bit of, I believe this is a MAC shadow. Power to the Purple. I thought I was going to have more of a neutral tone eye because I am going to the gym later, but I guess that's not going to be the case. So we're just going to go in with this shade. Let me wipe that off because I'm pretty sure that's some prior makeup I had on there. And I'm just going, ooh, that purple looks so good. Okay, so I'm just going to take that same 4-2 brush and just kind of buff this in. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is one of their, what is it? That powder formula. Not powder. What is it called? I have to look it up. That's if they still have it, because they may not even still have this shade anymore. Like, MAC is discontinuing all sorts of stuff. I'm going to now take a bit of Sketch and use a famous famous 217 brush, right? Yeah, it's so old. Like when I used to work there, oh my God, it's so old. And I can't even find all of the brushes that I had. Nevertheless, we're just gonna come on this outer V here and start building up into this outer V so we can have just a little bit of toneness. So I picked out Let's Row, okay? And I'm just going to use this 252 brush. I was going to call it something totally different and put this all over. Yeah, look at that. Ooh, okay, Mac. I'm telling you, Mac is back. And unfortunately, no one is talking about them. Oh, this is so dreamy. Look at that. On top of this paint pot? Who you telling? So what I also want to do is to just kind of clean up some stuff. And I want to just wipe off my brush. And I have another 242 brush here, but I'm not sure if I'm going to need it. So I just rather just go ahead and kind of blend this harshness away. And with this same brush, I'm telling you, sometimes you can use all these brushes at the same time. I'm going to go back. That's my alarms. I'm going to go back with my backdrop color. If I can open it. I really want to look for a different color because I feel like that's going to be so dark. Hold on. That's not it. That's not going to be it. That's going to be too dark. And I feel like this is sandal. Okay, we can try sandal. We'll try sandal. Just going to load that up and just kind of clean this inner part out. Okay. So don't worry about that. Don't sandal. I should have put my sandal. I guess I am now going to take this and I'm going to go back in with Sketch. And I'm going to use the famous brush that I've been looking for since it's been discontinued. It's the MAC 222 brush, right? Yep. This brush is the best crease brush ever came to market. Like, it's just the best ever. We're just going to go back and reinforce just a little bit in here. And I probably should use like a fluffier brush because I don't want it to look harsh. I want it to look kind of whimsically, but it is what it is. I've already done it. So And on this part here, I'm just going to take that same brush with no additional product and just kind of blend just a bit of this harshness. Kind of tone it down some because we are going full glam. We're all doing colorful look, but we are definitely doing powders full glam. I forgot to mention that part. It's all right. So this is what you came here for. This is the start of this show. MAC has came out with a Hyper Real Serum. This is the mini. The mini is like 35 bucks. Crazy. But let me show you. I tested this out in Ulta because I wasn't sure if I was going to get it. It is so like, it does have a perfumey smell to it, but the way that, like, this is with the Hyper Real on it, this is nothing. So look at my skin. Look how glowy and dewy this hand looks. And don't mind the crustiness of the ash on this one, but look at that. That's what. So it says that is a skin balancing hydration serum. I believe it. I 100% believe it. But you know what? We're going to go ahead and put a couple of pumps in. So I put 2 pumps in. And, you know, I do have dry skin, but I feel like lately she's getting a bit combo-ish. Or normal. Let me say more normal. It feels really good. I'm not going to say it's feeling cooling to the skin because my hands are cold and I'm in my office, which is in the basement. I did turn off the heater because it was hot and now I'm getting chilly with it. But that feels awesome to the touch on the face. And look at my face. Like, she looked glowy. She looked real good. So I'm going to take the MAC Pro Longwear and concealer, put some of this underneath my eye. Look at that. And it's still, but we're going to see on these powders. All right, so for the face, like to use foundation, I'm going to go in with MAC Studio Fix powder. The color that I have chosen is NW44. I just kind of feel that's going to meet my needs of what I want as far as what I want to look like. I could be wrong, but you know what? I've been wrong before. So let's go into this powder. And this is a MAC 140S. I'm just going to spray my face with a MAC Fix Plus. I'm trying to recall what, oh, Rose. I was like, what? I'm going to let this dry down some. Actually, I'm just going to take my butt end of my sponge and pat this in. Now, typically, I like to use a bigger brush, and I don't have one. So I'm going to use this brush and go back over and do it like the way I usually do it, because I don't like this brush for that technique. Yeah, give me a second. So normally I use a flat brush like this. And this is what I normally do because I was going in with it dry. I don't like dryness. This is all right, but I'm going to use what I normally use. Which is the love of my life. So I like using, and this is what I normally would use, and it's the Deep Dark Mineralizer. I don't know why I went in with that, but that's what I did. So I'm just going to grab some on this brush right here. I'm going to spray my Fix Plus brush and just start going in with it. I love this so much better. And when I feel like it's getting dry, I just re-dampen it. Look at that. Look at the color. I don't know why I didn't do that in the first place, but look, I was trying to do something different. And I'm keeping it real with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I always keep it real with y'all. Okay, now that is what I'm talking about. This powder, Fix Plus, always will get you right, honey. Always will get you right. So I'm going to go in with Golden Deep, and I'm going to set my under eye with this color. When you thought MAC was going to do you wrong. I have MAC Teddy as a liner that I'm just going to put on under my eye right quick. I'm going to go back in with Sketch and just kind of smudge that underneath my lash line. Because I'm feeling like this is a bit too cool tone for me, I'm just going to take Saddle and trace that on the outskirts just a little bit to give it a little bit of warmth. For the inner tear ducts, I chose, I believe it's Object Dior. I also believe that this might be discontinued, but I could be wrong. But for some reason, I feel like it's discontinued. I couldn't find my pencil brush for MAC. I have brushes everywhere, and then I also like put stuff out of the way, and I just can't find everything. So this is a MAC 424 brush, which is related to the MAC 25. Did I say 424? I meant to say the MAC 242 brush, and the big sister is the MAC 252 brush. So for like contour bronzing slash that situation, MAC really doesn't have like a deep bronzer. However, they do have like the Shade and Light, right, palette, and you know, it comes like this, but I also have it in the singular form because I feel like the singular palettes are a bit more potent and it gives me what I am looking for. So I am going to kind of start off with what is this? Femme Noir. I may not do that because I feel like that's going to be a bit. I may not start off with Femme Noir because Femme Noir might she might come for me. She might come for me. So let's start off with Raisin. Raisin is a blush, but I'm going to kind of work it in as a bronzer. But actually, let's contour first. Let's contour. So I'm going to use Femme Noir as a bit of a contour, and it's this shade right here. It's like a deep plummy brown. Um, and now I'm going to use the 140S brush. No, for contouring. So I'm just going to dust the powder off. That was pinky. And see, I typically like this brush for this aspect. Like what I was trying to use it for was not the business, but I don't have a brush that is like that. MAC does have one, I do believe. Don't come for me if she don't really have one. Now I'm just gonna go in with the color Raisin, and that's gonna work as my bronzer. And I'm going to use a MAC 129 brush for that. So remember I told you that MAC came out with these extra dimension blushes. I do like this blush. I also like their extra dimension skin finish um, highlighters as well. Like I just think they're the bee's knees. So I am going to take, let's see, you know what? I'm going to take this brush. This was considered a foundation brush. This is ridiculous. This is the 132 brush. I'm not sure if they still have this, but I'm going to use it as a highlighter brush. And I'm going to use the blusher Hard to Get. And this is the MAC 137 brush. And I'm just going to kind of put that on top of everything. I want to look glowy. Just a little bit, not much. Just a little hint of it. I don't want a lot of it. To contour my nose, because I know y'all was trying to figure out, is she gonna contour her nose? Yeah, I am, babes. Yeah, I am, babes. So this is what I'm gonna use. I'm going to use the Studio MAC powder in the color W55, and this is the MAC 226 brush. Like I like how soft it's looking. But I'm so in for the deepest color. For lips, we're gonna go in with everyone's fave, or excuse me, every brown skin girl fave. It's MAC Chestnut Lip Liner. And I have half and half and let's rock. So let me start off with half and half first. And let's rock. Let's Rock has like that same essence of my eye. But do I like it with what I got going on? I don't like it what I got going on. So I'm going to take it off. So I'm going to go in with Cream de Nude. And on top of that, I'm going to use, don't get me lying to you, it starts with an N. It's a lip gloss. Ah, that's what I was looking for. More of this. Hmm. I am going to throw on my brows using a, what color will I use? I'm going to use Embark. I'm not going to show that because everybody know how to throw on brows. So I'm going to throw on brows. If not, that's going to be coming up shortly. So I'm going to throw on brows with some eyeshadow. Liquid liner is not going to be from MAC, and some lashes that's not going to be from MAC. And we're going to come through with the finished look. All right? All right, fam bam. This is the finished look. Looking all MAC appropriate. Do you hear me? And this was all face powders. I'm telling you, I did do my buffing technique. I did use the deep dark powder. I did use my Hakuhodo brush to do my buffing technique. But that was it, Divas and Divos. MAC is back. And this Hyper Real serum, okay, so let's keep it real. And I'm going to keep it real with you. It is what it is. It is a hydration serum. However, if you put something matte on top of it, it's going to transform back to being matte. It's not going to stay dewy or stay hydrating. But the way it felt on the skin, I quite enjoyed it a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I think this is something that you can use to prep your skin if you don't want to moisturize your skin, or if you feel like the moisturizers are too heavy. This would be something that you can take in place of it, because it is a serum. It will penetrate. At least I felt like it penetrated my skin. Like, my skin looks glowy, but it's due to this and not this, because I'm still looking at my hand, and this is the hand here. So it dries down. It does what it does. It's going to go ahead and hydrate the skin, but the entire look is a go MAC, go MAC, go MAC, go MAC. Get it up. So I enjoyed the product. I definitely enjoyed how my look came out. Like, my look is looking. And this is a full glam look using powders. Like, you don't have to, like, I just could not use their liquid foundations at all. Like, I never pushed their liquid foundations. I always get in trouble for that. But I just couldn't push it. I pushed the powder, this powder, not this powder, because that's just what I liked. That's the way I wanted my skin to look, and my skin is skinning, and I look full glam. You can't tell me I don't look full glam. You can't tell me that I don't have on a liquid foundation on. So on that note, fam bam, tell me, what do you think about the Hyper Real? Now, if I'm not mistaken, Hyper Real had like this illumination dual chroming look. This is not considered hyper real. This is not going to be considered hyper real. To me, it is going to be just a serum, a serum, a liquid serum, but this is not the hyper real. This is not the hyper real that I knew, that I pushed. This is not it. So this is not it. It is hydrating. It does feel good on the skin. It does. It looks really nice on the skin. So I can't tell you that it doesn't look good on the skin. And yeah, looking scrumptious on that fam bam. Thanks for watching, rating, subscribing, all that good jazz that make me feel so warm and fuzzy inside. Peace and peace. Bye.